Yo, JBlank here. Today we're making a MA Cross indicator for MT5 and MT4 in less than 5 minutes. Let's go. First, we need to go over to GitHub and download the JB indicator library. Now we need to add the file in the include folder of our MQL5 directory. Now, open up the MT5 meta editor. Click on New, click on Custom Indicator, click Next, and then we're going to type in indicators/tutorials, another backslash JBlanked, and then finally MA Cross. And then hit next, finish. And then put this in full screen, and here we are. Now let's add the library to our file. Include jd-indicator.mqh. Now let's add some inputs. We would do one for the period. We'll also do the method, and we'll set it at EMA for default, just so it looks a little prettier. There we go. And then lastly, the applied price. I'm gonna do close for the default. Okay, now we're gonna do the exact same thing, but for the slow. So I'm just going to copy this. And just so it looks a little better. Now, some people are totally against this, but from what I've seen in the MQL5 and MQL4 community, a lot of people like their code to be written this way so that they can see everything. But I promise you, there's probably somebody raging right now at this. Okay, here we are. Now we're going to set up our indicator. We need to go back up here and add another property. We need to set how many buffers, which is going to be 4, because we're going to have our fast MA, our slow MA, and then we'll have a buy signal and a sell signal. And then lastly, what's 4? Now let's declare some global variables. The last 2 steps are to map the buffers, and then we will set the values for the buffers and for the arrows, and we are done. Now let's compile before we set the values. Let's clean up some of this. Okay, now let's compile. Beautiful. All right, and now lastly, here we are. Okay, and here is the final part. And here we are, let's compile. One last thing, let's make sure we increment. Now, before we test it out, let's add some safety measures. Now, there's one more typo before we test, and it's up here. This needs to be our second buffer and our third buffer. And then now we're good to go. Let's hit run. Array out of range, 8522. Let's fix that. Oh, we should do x plus 2. Okay, and then run. And here we go. Here's your MA crossover and MT5. And the awesome thing about this source code is we can copy and paste it. So hit stop. And we can open this in MetaTrader 4. Here we are in MQL4. I literally just copy and pasted the same code from MQL5. So copy in here, paste the exact same code, and it compiles just fine. And here's what the MT4 version looks like. All right, that's it. The source code is in the description below. I'm JBlanked. Until next time, peace.